Thanks to all our active patrons who have contributed a lifetime of $100 or more to reach Garuk Dong level status.
Here is the list of those special patrons in order of contributions.
If you would like to support our show, check out the CommanderSmiths at patreon.com. Welcome to the CommanderSmiths.
We are the CommanderSmiths.
I'm Adam Smith.
I'm Lowery Smith.
Don't worry.
We're cousins.
And I'm remote. As you can see, it's not my normal background. It's like a nice little like Florida, little
bye-bye boobies.
But yeah, no more boobies back there. But I got, that's not what the beaches look like right now, or the palm trees.
No.
Like they're all pretty much destroyed here. It's pretty crazy.
I'm sure. I'm sure it's crazy.
I got this all figured out though. I have my dining room table. One of the little like breakfast nook table I brought into my bedroom, and I am situated here and got this sucker working. So,
congrats.
Episode,
because I was totally banking on you not recording down there.
You're like, yeah, just don't even bring it along.
Don't even worry about it.
There's a couple things though that we have to kind of do a little differently. Is one, we're not taking shots tonight. Two, we aren't doing beans, which we do owe beans. We forgot that last week.
We didn't miss it. We missed it. We have 2 left from Black Horizons. So you get your name said a couple weeks in a row. You're lucky.
So yeah, we got one more week of this. So I think actually next week, so we're gonna do a just so you guys that are watching or listening or whatever, the live cast will be on Sunday evening. So same time, 9 o'clock and everything. So this coming Sunday, so it'll be a day earlier than normal. Because that's when I head back to Minnesota.
We're totally going to be prepared for that.
Yeah. I think we do the secret layer stuff, dude. I don't know. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll get something.
What's the secret layer stuff?
It's that the one that Pleasant Kenobi spoiled because it comes out on the 17th. It's the Warhammer secret layer.
Okay.
Remember, you and the Discord were like, you were like, meh, and I was like, I mean, it's cool, but there really isn't a lot of value there.
But neat.
Yeah. So I don't know. We could maybe break that down and just do some chatting and stuff like that. So,
all right.
And then a couple other things. There are going to be card preview stuff because if I do that on this computer, I don't have my second laptop or my second screen. So all it'll do is that like infinite dimension of windows continuing on. So we're skipping all that stuff. Other than that, I think we're good. I mean, it sounds fine. The internet's all good.
Yeah.
We got
it's not
messages.
If it goes crazy and shuts down, we apologize.
Yes.
And
that could be
because Adam is in Florida currently.
Yep. We lose power from occasion.
The Wi-Fi is
spotty,
shaky, but going smooth right now.
And like last night we lost power for a couple minutes, and actually my one of my staff members, she lost it last night and still hasn't gotten it back. So ooh. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like, I mean, not only did it take us it took us 4 days to get down here, which is 4 days longer than 2 days longer than I wanted to. But then I got here and it's like 85 and 80 in the house, no power. And I was just desperate to be in a bed because the last night I slept in a Walmart parking lot outside of Atlanta.
Oh, yeah. Sexy.
Yeah. And like a little couch, because actually I slept they have a camper that I was hauling because they didn't have a fifth wheel hitch.
Yeah.
And they have 2 little bunks that are meant for like little kids, like Drake and Zeke, when they do Camp Mingo, they sleep in that. And so I put my feet, you have to go in backwards. So I had to like put my feet in first and I'm laying down and I think I slept for 30 minutes and I woke up like hitting the walls and I was like, oh my God. I'm getting a panic attack. I need to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
So I was more comfortable sleeping on a curled up couch. But yeah, then we made it down, and it's. I hate to compare it to a war zone. I know people always say that, but it is like it's not like wars and that, but it's just you go in you go in certain areas, and it's just the streets are just piled with trees because that's most trees and fences and screens and all that. And then you get down where my mom's place was, by the way, if you guys want to watch those videos, I did post those on our channel. My mom's place is near the river, and that you go in that neighborhood and it's people's beds and dressers and TVs and belongings
because the water went up like
yeah.
3 feet.
Yeah, and people, I guess, were that there's my mom's house is located. You have to drive through like a trailer park neighborhood, and the people in that neighborhood were swimming like half a mile in the water because they didn't leave; they stayed, and they were swimming half a mile to get away from the storm surge. And I think at this time there was like 59 people that have died, not there, just in the area,
in the general area.
Yeah, because like Pine Island and all that stuff was like 15 feet underwater, and it's
holy moly.
Yeah, so it's crazy. I got my hair cut today, and my hairstylist gal, she said that her family, they were holding the door shut, and they ended up tying the door handle with a rope to another door inside, like the bathroom door or something across their house, so that the door was being pulled open. Like they had it so that it was tied to something inside because it wasn't. The locks weren't holding it. It was busting through that. So it was
wow.
Yeah. So like everybody I talked to that it like stayed through it. I was like, what did you think? And they're like, well, if a hurricane is coming again, I'm not staying through it. Cause it just stopped.
That's an intense storm.
Yeah.
That happened.
Well, it was minimum of like 110 mile an hour winds to 150 for 8 hours, and you have it going if the eye went right over here, like right over my house, you had the wind go one direction, and as the eye goes over, then it switches and goes the other way. So you have everything that's like resisting that force for that long. And then, you get a little break for 15, 20 minutes. And then now it switches the other way. So it loosened it up going that way. And it's like shaking. Yeah. Think of like shaking something out of the ground. You go back and forth. That's how you get it to come out. So I don't know. It's crazy. So those are all my main stories. My brother got here today. We're going to be going to some properties tomorrow and fixing some stuff up. We got mine cleaned up for the adjuster to come tomorrow. And so then, it's just going to be fixing and cleaning and all that stuff. I am drinking something though. This is my first beer on the trip. I am having an Angry Orchard just because it's fall and I don't drink these very often. And I was like, well, I want something that's more quenching my thirst more than
big
a
boy
beer
juice.
Right, exactly. My mom, so then we're cleaning outside and Nick's helping me. And I told him, I was like, the only time I really drink right now is when Lowery and I are doing the podcast. And we're cleaning out there and he's like, Mom took a beer. I was like, motherfucker. So I went and I was like, Mom, did you take one of my beers? That's for the podcast. She's like, yeah, but it was really gross. You can have it. I was like, I'm not drinking it right now. It's like 4:00 in the afternoon. What the fuck are you doing?
Oh boy.
So I'm one down, but yeah. What are you drinking, Larry? Are you drinking a normal beer over there?
I have a Blackwater Series Nitro S'mores Imperial Milk Stout. It's from Southern Tier. Ale with chocolate, graham cracker, and vanilla flavors added. It's solid. It's scary. It's like it's like nitro, so it has that, like you open it, goes and it's missing like the top inch. There's no liquid in there, probably for like the gases, but it's scary when you open it near a computer.
Dang it, I should have been on the gases. I should have been on that because you said the gases. Yes, the gases.
That's okay.
Your can farts,
Yes. Yeah. But it's pretty good. Not amazing, but it's good. It's sweet.
Where's it from?
It's like Southern Tier Brewing Company. I don't know where they're out of. Oh, it's 10% though. This might have been why I got super drunk.
Are we gonna have a fun Lowery today?
No.
No, we're not taking our shots
right now.
Grumpy Gus, why are you grumpy?
Yeah, they're kids and stuff.
I'm getting a break from the kids, but now it's gotten to that point where I'm like,
I don't know where I'm from.
It's been a week. Today's a week, and now I'm like, oh,
now you're messing them.
Yeah, no, I'm like, I was like that first week. I was like, hey, I don't have to put them to bed. I don't have to read tonight. I don't have to yell or anything. And actually, Sydney's like, Drake said yesterday, because Drake had a rougher day yesterday, but both are like, you yell more than Dad yells at us. I was like, yes.
That's weird, because I just got designated as the nice parent, and my wife just got, because I went and hung out with Alex Saturday night, and then I came home and
good for you.
And, yeah. And Kirsten's like, for you. You're the nice parent. I was like, how did that happen? I yell way more than I'd like. And so today was a fight. But that's, I mean, it was half expected. I took Lowery out. Like we took the kids separate ways. Elise got her first haircut of her life at 2.5 years type thing.
Nice.
And then so Kirsten took her there. I took Lowery to a playground for like 3.5 hours. And he still would have kept going.
Jeez.
Yeah, he was loving it. And Sunday was real fucking rough. And I was like, you need a nap. He's like, no, I don't need a nap. And then he needed a nap again today. I was just like, yeah, you're a fucking asshole right now. And say that, but it's exhausting when they're just tired.
Yeah. Just fighting with you the whole time. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, not as bad as Florida.
Oh, but no, it's
it's
life. That's what we're dealing with right now. Hey, Brad. Brad is one of our new patrons that is saying hi on the YouTube there. Sorry, I didn't. For anybody that's new,
hi Renshai, hi Mr. Hockey.
Nah, we see them.
Who else do we see? We talk to them all the time. Disregard their comments.
But we have. I don't recognize Scooty Puff, sir. The first comment. Oh, you probably didn't see that.
I didn't see it.
We have a couple new comments on here, people that I don't recognize. So I apologize if anybody, we have a couple new ones this week that I haven't been on Discord, and it's going to be a little bit until I basically can get on in the morning and at night, and I can't really check in and all that stuff.
Oh yeah. It doesn't matter. I'm picking up the slack.
Yeah, you are. I noticed that. I'm like, there goes Lowery. There he goes. Right. Josh said, "Don't disregard our comments." I'm sorry, Josh. I apologize. You guys are just the normals that are.
You have no power here anymore. You can't donate money for shots.
You can't make us take shots anymore.
You can't.
You have no power here. You know what that's from?
Yeah, that's Lord of the Rings.
Good job. I'm impressed. See? Nick's actually he's watching Fellowship of the Ring out in the living room right now.
Catching up.
Yeah, the first little the little sound that whole that movie starts, you know, I'm in here setting up and I just go, Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring. And Nick just starts laughing because I could hear it. As soon as I heard the little music, I was like, I know what that is. And then I'd start quoting it. I was like, I can quote this whole fucking beginning part.
That's pretty awesome. I still haven't watched that at all. But.
What? No. The trilogy. You've watched that.
Oh, the Tridge.
Yes. Right. When he did the beginning of Fellowship starts. As soon as I hear that music, I know where it's at. Okay, I'm just checking comments here. Okay,
I've seen that like at least twice.
Okay, good. But the new
new stuff I have not seen.
It's really good. I haven't seen the latest one because I'm here, and I haven't seen the latest Game of Thrones, which that is also really good. You should be watching both of those.
I'm not going to watch that one.
What?
I don't have HBO, and I don't care enough.
What? I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Tags?
Okay. All right. So you can become a new patron, just like our two new patrons, like I just mentioned here, that we had Brad. Oh, man, Brad, I'm going to kill your name. Larry, do you have your button ready?
Hold on.
What?
Yeah, okay, I'll do it.
All right, Brad Sites maybe SEITZ
might be right.
Sites and Justin Ray.
She can't even.
Oh, sorry. Justin Ray.
Sounds like a fairy tale.
I totally buttoned over. I'm so sorry.
We do that again. Let's do the proper.
Welcome to
do it again.
There we go. Not you.
That
do it again.
Sounds like a fairy tale of a meat forest.
You guys can become patrons just like Justin and Brad here. Thank you guys for joining the Meat Force. $1 gets you into the Discord, gets you chatting and everything like that. You can play games with us when I get back in town and stuff. Then we can start the games up again. Really quick side note, we do have the Garuk Dong level, which is anybody that's $100 or more lifetime patron. I did not update this month because I've been here. So that will be updated when I get home. But at the beginning of the YouTube cast, that's where we give you guys the shout outs. for those $100 or more. And you also, when you hit that level, you get one of our cool play mats for free. So those got all sent out. I think all but like two got sent out before I left.
Get that button.
And I took it away too. So, but $5 or more gets you proxies each month if you want to get them. The higher you move in,
or you can spend $1,000 and get proxies, but whatever you want.
We will get to that in a little bit. We should have talked about that. This is episode 242, and what are we talking about today, Lowery?
We're going to talk about 30th anniversary edition,
right in the middle of the tags.
Official proxies. We're going to talk a little bit about that, and then we'll roll that into FOMO and somehow connect them a little bit, maybe. I don't know.
So instead of, like Lowery was saying, instead of buying those 4 packs for $1,000, you could just become a patron and get the same damn thing. In fact,
hold on.
What?
Can we go, like, if you send us $500, we will give you every proxy that you could potentially get from those.
Oh,
packs.
From those. Okay.
Yes,
from those packs.
from
I thought
those.
you were going to say everyone that. I don't even think that would be worth it if they paid $500 and we're making 300 proxies. That was.
We can be like the government and accidentally lose half of them, right?
So yeah, I thought that's what you were giving us a job there. But then that's almost like selling. You guys can give us $500.
We're not actually doing that. We are not
giving away.
That.
Yeah,
you need to become a patron. And you need to.
Yeah. So, but like Lowery said, we actually have Black Lotus. If you really wanted the Black Lotus, we have that as a proxy. We have all the dual lands. Yeah,
we do have all.
I made
a black.
Yeah, I made a Black Lotus. I made it when Joda came out that you could make the tokens.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so I made a Black Lotus for that. No one has asked for the Black Lotus as a proxy, but
that's too bad.
It's there.
I would like that.
Yeah. So, and there's actually 2 different versions of that Black Lotus. I have the original OG version and then the online one where it's like the skeleton or the skull laying in the wheat field or whatever. So anyway, so
like Gladiator?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I don't know. But then we have also all the duels, and actually there was a new the new duels that I did was what was it? The Dominaria. No, not Dominaria. Unfinity lands. I did dual lands with those. So you can get the duels. You don't have to pay the $9.99. Yeah, they're flipped upside down. They're fucking sweet. And you can see those too, the what they actually look like in person, the foils. So the higher you move on there, you can get foils and all that. So that is the financial way to support the show. The other way to financially support the show is by donating on this live stuff. Normally giving us shots, making us take beans, or when we're doing other videos, you can make us take beans, or depending on what we're doing, there's always some way to donate there. So if you just want to have fun with it, that's the fun way to donate. I would like you guys to be on the Discord because then we can chat with you a lot more, because that's the only place we really chat. But if you want to just jump, well, I guess we chat on the live stuff. So if you wanted to join in on chatting, you can do that. We have multiple videos. Not only the podcast is live right now, but we also have Curated MTG, which happens twice a week, Mondays and Fridays. What was our curated as of today, Lowery?
Reverse the Sands. Is that what it was?
Mm-hmm.
I think it is. Okay. Yeah. It's a big white card. And basically it says something and it's not actually accurate in how it sounds, but it's basically you can redistribute life totals. And then life total still has to be like 1 or above, which is really misleading because basically all you can do is switch people's life totals. Like if you're at 20 and I'm at 5, I can go to 20 and you go to 5.
Right. You can't go.
Yeah, I can't be like
you go to 1 and I'm at 24.
You're at 1. Yeah. That's not how that works. And you can't just like take everybody's life and put them all at 1. That's not how that works.
Yeah. You just redistribute what each total is out there, and you give it to each player accordingly. You can't change what those numbers are.
Right. So, but it's still a really, really cool card.
I've seen you do that card before, I think.
No, that was one of Jake's cards. And he played it wrong.
Did he redistribute the way you're saying? Okay.
And then that's the way we thought it was, and that's the way the card reads as well. But when you look at a ruling, it states what I already said.
Yeah. So that is Curated MTG. The biggest thing there is watch them, like them, and you guys can make those Commander Smith viral, not only on YouTube, but you can watch them on TikTok as well. Side note, follow us on TikTok as well. That's another thing that you guys can do. We also have Spotlight decks. Lowery, you did a Spotlight last week, right? When I was driving down, I think you did one, right? Thursday?
Yeah.
I don't remember what day you did it.
Did I do Varric? I did Varric.
Yeah, you did Varric.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Varric's
That vampire
really cool.
white and black one, right?
Yeah. Where you pay life and then you can pay it again and double the effect without paying like those extra costs. So it's
Did you finish it up? Like, did you said?
Well, I
it
got
down to,
within like 10, but
cards?
I got it done within like 48 hours. Posted the list, and it's a really cool build. I enjoy it. So
Hey, I don't like what's happening on this chat. The prerequisite for Discord is that you have to be an asshole to me. What?
No, here's the funny thing though, is like Josh is saying, just say you're an asshole and we let you in. Basically what he's saying is like he's at the Gandalf part where they're at the lake, and it's like speak asshole and enter, and like, and they'll let you in. That's basically what's happening.
I like that this has turned into like a Lord of the Rings quote podcast at this point.
Yeah. Let's do this.
Always agree with Lowery and be a dick to Adam. I don't like this very much. These are a-holes.
Sorry, I am not orchestrating this at all.
Yeah, secretly you're getting all these fuckers to come. I shouldn't say that because now that's going to turn against me. I called them fuckers. That's
Absolutely
what happened
will.
before.
Yep. How dare you? How dare you call them
Blasphemy.
fuckers?
It's because I called them the dumbass Discord before, and then I couldn't live it down.
Well, that was alliteration. I don't blame you for that
exactly.
part. Like,
it works. All right, so those you got the curated MTG, you have the spotlight decks, you have the gameplay, the Commander games. We would have been doing another one probably this weekend or last weekend, but I'm gone. When I get back, we'll be getting back to it again, maybe soonish, sometime, whatever. But there are Discord games. You guys can check those out. We have tons of videos. Normally, it's about a 3-time, 4-time a week thing where we have something going on. So check those out. That is the free way to support the show. Oh, fucking hey. You're laughing because all you're doing is just reading all their comments when I'm going through this. The tag part has turned into like your entertainment part where you just get to watch everybody just rip. And I
just giggle.
I'm having to like think of all the stuff, and so I can't.
When you call them fuckers, that like hit a bee's nest. And they're like, mother. It's enjoyable.
Well, you guys have sex. I'm guessing you guys are all fuckers. Like that's what?
Oh. Like not together, just like separately.
Well, yes, they're fuckers. Yeah. I mean, you're a fucker, I'm a fucker, we're fuckers.
You're not getting wait, you can't get out of this.
Yes, I can. What the hell was I talking about? We just hit 800 subscribers on YouTube. So do I even have?
Yeah.
Welcome to
No, I don't want that one. I want this one maybe.
Oh, good for you.
For us. Or maybe a hello boobies.
Hello, boobies.
I don't know. 800 guys. We are 200 away from the big goal, and that's where we give away the big prize here. Seriously, now it's kind of the push because we're about to already pass the required hours we need, like way ahead of time, and now we just need the subs. So if you're listening right now and you are not subscribed to the CommanderSmiths on YouTube, just jump on YouTube, subscribe. That's all you guys got to do. That is a free way to support the show. Once we get to 1,000, when we get closer, when we hit 900, that's when we're going to start promoting the prize. And when we figure out what we're actually going to do, it'll be a big one for you guys. So another way you guys can follow us is check us out. I already said the TikTok. You can check us out on Twitter. It's also known as Discord Ultralight. We post all our videos and all the things we're doing there, but we don't really, mingle as much there. We do more mingling through the chat on YouTube than we do on Twitter. Like
Twitter. Yeah, Twitter sucks.
Yeah. And I would even say TikTok. We do more mingling in the TikTok chat, which I didn't even realize how to access that until this week. I was like, Larry, how did you talk to somebody? Oh, that's how you do it. So we chat more on there than we do on Twitter. So, but that is a way you can communicate with us and see what's going on. If we do have things that pop up, like, disaster stuff or we're sick or something like that.
Yeah.
We will post it on there as well. So it is a good idea to follow us there if you're not a part of the Discord. You can also direct message us there, or you can shoot us an email at CommanderSmiths@gmail.com, and that is where you can send the suggestions for this. It's time for everyone's favorite game show, Stump the Smith Savant.
Alrighty.
All right, if you guys don't know how this game works, I'm going to read the flavor text of a card, and Lowery is going to try to guess the card by asking yes or no questions. Every yes will hear this.
Hello, boobies.
Every no will hear this.
Wrong, 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 wrong.
He will get up to 5 wrong guesses before he is considered stumped. This week's stumper is Mr. Dempsey himself. Lowery will get up to 3 clues if he can get... what is it? How do I give you the initials? If you can get everything about the card, but what the card is, I will give you the initials. If you get to that point and you still have a clue left, you will get a bonus clue. The card has to be in at least 5,000 EDH rec decks, and currently I believe this is week 4. It's either 3 or 4. I have to double check that. So after this week, if Larry doesn't get stumped, we add another card. And what is our giveaway? Because I don't have it in front of me.
We have Joda.
Joda, that's right.
5-color Joda.
The
Cascading
foil,
Legends.
And it's actually, I said it before, it was a foil. It's actually a promo foil. So it has the little stamp thing on it. So it's a promo foil of the Joda. So I think that is it. Chat, I can see what you guys are guessing there. See if you can beat... Nope, deep anal is not it.
That'd be deep analysis. All right, got it. Thank you.
Renshai, you can't guess because this is your card. So here... Oh, actually, I do need to pull this up. Chat, I'm not going to be able to see you for a second because I did not write the flavor text down because I never do. I just pull the card up. So because I'm on one computer right now, I will not be able to see you guys for a little bit, so I won't be able to help with your guesses. But after I read the...
Lightning bolt. All right, got that out of the way.
Let's see. Come on. I just need to be able to spell. That's.
If you can tell me the card and then I'll read the. I can read that if you want.
Well, you're gonna probably have to hit that other button of me reading. But all right, here we go.
She can't even
preemptive strike.
Thank you, because I need that. I've seen my share of baubles, Minister. Whatever ostentatious, is that how you say it? Ostentatious? That's the word. Ostentatious bit of glitter you have there won't convince me to, oh my. Emperor Aurelion? Ayrelion. And let me read this all again. I've seen my share of baubles, Minister. Whatever ostentatious bit of glitter you have there won't convince me to ... Oh my. I'm doing it in that voice of what's this,
You're George Takei right there.
Exactly.
Oh,
yeah. Oh
my.
my. Emperor Aurelion. All right, so I'm going to jump back so I can see if people are guessing. All right, Larry.
I have a card in my head, but I'm going to ask some questions. Okay. They're talking about whatever glitter, basically gem, or more than likely it's an artifact. So is this an artifact?
Hello, boobies.
All right. Now,
Bon Jove guessed that same thing actually right before you did. So
ooh,
same minds right there. Yeah.
So I think I'm pretty sure this is a snow card. Let's see. I'll take a first clue, please.
Let's see. Where's my first clue? Okay. The art features the inside of a church or cathedral, a pillow, and a lot of shine.
A lot of shine?
Mm-hmm. The art features the inside of a church or cathedral, a pillow, and a lot of shine. Cole got it.
Nice job, Cole. Okay, it's not what I was thinking. I've definitely read this flavor text before. Where
Do you want to read it again? Horribly?
the flavor text, please.
Okay, let me get my pulled up here. Okay. I've seen my share of baubles, Minister. Whatever ostentatious bit of glitter you have there won't convince me to... Oh my. Emperor Aurelion.
Emperor. Where would there be an emperor? I don't know Aurelion. Do I? Do I not? Shit. Okay,
Now,
so
now
I
the
know it's an
chat is
artifact.
arguing over people Googling, trying to figure it out.
There's
There's a lot of accusing.
I'm gonna say this is like a newer card, so like the question ends up being when was it made? I knew it, like I'm pretty sure this is like time spiral up until this point. Would you know that?
Yes, I would.
Is it newer than time spiral?
Hello, boobies.
I kind of knew that. It didn't really
You just
narrow
wanted
that
to
down.
hear hello
Yeah.
boobies. That's all you wanted.
Yep. Yep.
We always want
That's
to
it.
hear
I'll
those.
take a second clue, please.
The text features a benefit for high cost or single color commanders. A huge benefit for high cost or single color commanders.
Huge cost or single colored commanders. Yikes. Hold on. Is this Jeweled Lotus?
Hello, boobies.
You got it.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's good stuff right there.
I was trying to code it so much. I'm like, he's going to get this because it's Renshai. I actually told Renshai, we were messaging
Yeah.
back and forth. I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if Lowery does a guess before I even give flavor text just because it's you. Like you did did that with Combo. You went Altar of the Brood. Yeah. I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if Lowery goes, Jeweled Lotus. And
I didn't even think about that, but once I settled in and I was like, I wouldn't have been as confident if it wasn't Renshai.
Yeah.
But since it was, I went, oh, that.
So
I was thinking
what gave it
initially
away?
it was
'Cause
Astrolab.
Oh, okay. What gave it away was the high cost for
No, single color.
single color. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the part was like, oh, that's one color. And then like it put it into the like ramp area. There's so many different things, and so that put me into this is some type of ramp. And then I think I went like Renshai, that works. Boom. So
the other thing is
That's
guess how
true.
many decks this is in.
150,000.
You're close. I mean, it's 120,000 decks. Fucking crazy. Yeah, that was going to be the other thing is when it does the top commanders, there isn't one that's just one color. They're all paired or partner commanders.
Oh, are they really?
Yeah,
because then you can.
Yeah,
it's good for either one.
yeah.
All right.
So it was all partner commanders at the top spots.
That's a good point that Hockey was saying. Is like you never really know what's going to trigger for me when you're doing these. Like it's just I'm somehow get there.
Well,
So
with this one, I was more coded because I thought it was a easier one for you just because of the bit with Renshai. So that's why I went a little more coded.
What was the third clue?
That's always where I tell you where it's at. So it's this card's in 120,000 decks. It was printed only in Commander Legends and is most seen in Crom and Timna decks.
Okay,
Timna. Yeah. So the Commander Legends, I think, is what it got you. Like got you.
It
on
would have
track.
probably got me there. Yeah.
And then going through all that stuff. So, all right, Renshai. Well, you can sign a Jeweled Lotus for each of us and send that to us, please.
Preferably a full art foil. We know you have it.
Yes, you can't say you don't have one. You do. You liar. You liar. All right. So, but yeah, you can definitely send like a basic land, and it's nice to see which ones people got, like what you actually got, and put them up on our board. You know, your board that you have sitting right there with your cards that you've gotten, right?
I got it doesn't matter. It's fine. Okay, I'll figure it out. I'll hang it. I'm supposed to be handy tomorrow. That's fine.
That's your handiwork. You just gears and you're like, hey, I hung up cards. I was handy today. I did something. Or don't even say you hung up cards. Just said you hung up something.
I hung up something. No, I got to finish the playground before Lowery's birthday party next weekend. So that's a goal for tomorrow.
Which, sorry, I won't be able to make that. But
no, that's understandable. Yeah. I'm not worried about it. I'm not mad.
Just disappointed. That's all.
No, I'm not even disappointed.
Oh, does that feel even worse? Like I don't even care that you're not coming. Fuck you.
It's just I understand.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Okay, so let's get to our main topic. We don't have any button for it, so why don't you hit the button?
Here you go, AJ.
I don't want a relationship. I just want bang, bang, bang. I don't want to know your name. I just want bang, bang, bang.
There we go. Okay, so we are talking about, and I can't do the preview of stuff. I can't show you guys what we're actually talking about because it just won't work. But we are talking about the 30th anniversary. What is it officially called? I have just
30th anniversary edition.
That's right.
That's it. That's it. And that's the logo. 30th edition.
And let's just kind of go over it for those who haven't heard about it, which I think most of you have, but if you haven't, it is basically, think of it like the collector's edition ones where it has the gold border. These don't have gold borders, but the backs are different like those were. Yeah. This has a different back to them with the 30th edition. So if you actually look at the thumbnail that I have posted.
Hold on. You're skipping some stuff. If you don't know, they are essentially reprinting beta.
Right. Excluding the racist cards and the anti cards.
Yeah. And so there is a chance to get but they're not real cards. So the proxies of Black Lotus, the medallion, or not the medallions, but
I wouldn't call them proxies. I would more say they're because do you consider, here's my question for you. If somebody in our play group had a Tundra of the collector's edition Tundras, would you allow them to make proxies of that card and consider that part of their set?
No.
You wouldn't?
No, but I would allow them to play that one.
Okay, so you would do the proxy. You would say it's okay because we haven't had that.
Okay, never mind. I'm not that stingy. Yeah, I would let them do it, but just because of price.
Yes, that is
the
big thing.
If it was $1 to get Tundra, then I'd be like, no,
exactly.
But since it's like 100 plus, I'd be like, yeah.
Like you could rewind this. You could rewind this 10 years ago, and those Tundras were like probably $10 or something, like even cheaper than that. You know, they were cheap. But now those Tundras are a couple $100. It's not cheap. It's cheaper, but they're very close to the actual card price. So, and I wouldn't consider those proxies. So I don't know if I would.
I'd still consider it proxy though, but I'd consider it an expensive, proxy. They're not real cards. That you can't play them in tournaments.
But none of us are playing any of these in tournaments. I don't go to tournaments.
Yeah. But at the same time, none of these are, a lot of the big ticket things aren't playable in Commander either.
But also foils aren't most of the foils, especially from Commander Legends, because of the curve and everything, they're not playable either in tournaments. So are those considered proxies?
Just stop complaining about that. They're fine.
No, that's what I'm saying. If your foiling has too much of a curve, and now if we're just going with tournament stuff, you won't be able to play with those. I get what you're saying. Like it has the normal backing, but then
I agree.
That's another thing that, and then also anything that has alt arts you can't play with those. So those proxies, I think that's where
that's a judge's rule on that.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is I think when these hit the Magic world through proxy, name proxies out a little too much of I don't don't consider these proxies. I consider them the collector's editions. I never consider the collector edition proxies. That never was like how I ever thought of those. You know, I just thought they were collector's editions.
Do you have collector's editions?
Oh yeah, for sure I do.
You have the gold border.
Right.
Are those collector's edition?
Yeah. The ones with the gold on it. Yeah. So I have like
no, those are championship decks
or whatever.
Collector's edition is a literal thing too.
Yeah, you're talking about like the Gaia's Cradle and all that other
No. It's they're squares.
Yeah.
And it's a black border, and then on the backside it says Magic the Gathering. It's the same back.
Right.
Except for it says collector's edition on the back.
On the back. I think I do have something in collector's edition.
So like
I don't remember what it is
as well.
But it's not when I have the actual card as well. So like, because I had it from before, you know what I'm saying?
And so like those, I was just looking at them today and they feel different. They're flimsier.
Mm-hmm.
It does sound like these have like the blue core, if I'm not mistaken.
I would assume so.
It's a big part of like,
hey, you know what?
Making sure that cards aren't fake.
The proxies that we make have the blue core.
That's true.
They do.
That's true.
Well, do they put the blue core on basic lands? Because if they do, I think they do, don't they? They put the blue core on all those cards. They don't.
Yeah, blue core is on everything.
Yeah, so,
every card.
Hey, we got. I don't know. Proxies to me, I get it. Let's not get hung up on that because then it's just going to take.
I think we can get hung up on it. We don't have much material for today. That's fine.
We're already at 42 minutes for not much material. It's kind of, and we have a staple versus.
Okay. I think the biggest thing is like just the hang up on the price. And I think the scarcity of it. I don't know if we're going to even see this in stores. Like $1,000, the store's going to have to pay a lot of money to get this on their shelves. And a big ticket item like that, they might get 1 or 2 per WPN store, I'm guessing. Have not read this anywhere, but it's I think it's going to be pretty scarce. It's going to be really expensive. And so a lot of us, I look at that and I was like, I'm not going to even buy it because like, I think percentage and odds wise, like if you're going for duels, just buy a duel because it's $1,000 it's 4 packs, 15 cards per pack. That's the big thing. Okay. We did not explain this well at the beginning.
No, that's where I was going. I was okay. Then it jumped in on me, buddy. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, we get 4 packs for $9.99.
Cole's helping us out. Each store gets 1 for free. They can't order any allocation. So premium WPN get 3 for free. So these are free handouts to the stores, which that actually seems good. That's a good thing, I would say.
Yeah, but you can order these online, right? I mean, on the 28th is when we can order it, November 28th. But okay, so 15 cards, 13 cards in the modern frame, 1 rare, 3 uncommon, 7 common, 2 basics, and then plus 1 retro basic, 1 retro frame card, plus a token card. So that's what's all in there. There's a 10% chance that the retro frame card is a rare card. They don't have mythics in this because they're going back to the beta stuff. So there is a percent chance or 10% chance that in that retro frame card spot, you get any of the rare stuff. And there is, they've doubled the drop rate of the dual lands from what they were normally. So, but then you could potentially get 1 in a retro frame and 1 in a regular frame. Okay, I guess if you didn't have duels, I mean, the thing is there isn't anything here that I'm like, I want. Like, oh, good for you. But we have the duels. The Power 9, we don't care about. There's only 1 card that's legal. We've done the Commander Power 9, which obviously got stolen by 2 dimes and a nickel. You know, that's his bit stealing there. So there really isn't anything that is intriguing with this, except for the what if, the basically the lottery ticket type thing of let's open this up and see what you get, and maybe you could sell it. Like, is that intriguing at all to people? Do you think?
Not to me. it's way too much overhead. Like, but okay, maybe this is where the FOMO thing comes in. Do you feel like you need to buy this for that chance of a lottery ticket?
Not this. I mean, it'd be different if I didn't have the duels, but still it's $1,000. Like it's
right.
That's a lot of freaking money.
As it's been pointed out in the comments, you can buy 3 to 4 duels for $1,000.
Right.
You know, and then a couple of the higher end ones, just get them.
Right.
If you're doing this for a collection bit, these ones are probably going to be worth money because they're going to be fairly rare.
Yeah.
Like, well, at the same time, like, this is one of those things for me, like, it's so unobtainable that I'm not even interested in it.
Yeah. What like, I'm curious is will first off, will these get cheaper than the collector's edition? Like the duels there. Let's stay with duels. Let's not care about the Black Lotus stuff. Sweet. I don't know where the Black Lotus is going to be.
You mean the championship boxes?
Yeah, whatever.
They'll be more expensive.
These will be more expensive than those, you think?
Right.
What do you think about revised?
Might be comparable. There might be less of this
than revised.
Than the actual like allocation of what's out there.
Mm.
This might be on the level of what like beta numbers are.
Yeah, I don't know what the actual numbers are going to be. I heard Fast Finance was talking about it, and he said it would be funny. James was saying, he's like, it'd be funny if they did 30,000 for the 30th anniversary. Like 30,000.
If they did what?
30,000 copies or to match their 30th anniversary.
Right.
But even still, okay.
I'm not mad about it though either. It's not something that I even want.
So this is an interesting thing with it though too is, did they just skirt the reserve list?
No.
So you're not upset with that at all?
No. It did sound like there are people that are pissed about that part.
Yeah, I think Cole was mentioning before that there was a lot of people that were selling their collections of all that with the reserve list stuff. Maybe. I'm not as worried about it. You know, I have my collection and I have a couple duels that I invested in as, you know, long-term investment stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't think this hurts it. I mean, it might hurt it right in the beginning, but over time, I mean, there's still.
It only hurts it if enough people think that it hurts them.
Mm-hmm.
And then they flood the market. And so if you see a slight dip, jump on it because people are being silly. Like, buy the real card.
Yeah.
Not the proxies.
Stop calling it a proxy.
What do you want me to call it?
It's a special edition. They're not calling it I would just say a special edition.
No, of course they're not, because then that would delegitimize what they're doing. That's why they're like, this is the collector's item. That's why we call it collector's edition. And you're gonna pay a ton of money for. They in the first initial announcement, it was like you could get a Black Lotus or a Mahamati Jin or a Volcanic Island. And I was like, that is a shit sandwich right there. That's psychology going like,
we used to like Mahamoti Jin. It was fucking awesome back in the day.
And so, but like, it's for like when people inevitably go, I paid $250 for a proxy Jin. And then they go, we said that could happen. You know what I mean? Like, you could pay $250 for fake cards and get absolute shit.
So here's one thing I actually forgot. I wrote this down on my notes is they've already kind of done this with that Dual Masters stuff that I bought a couple months or right before SmithCon actually in the spring. Right. They did the special edition. It's in Chinese or Japanese, one of the two. And it's the Black Lotus is there. Like, This is the same idea. It has a different back to it. So they've already kind of done this. Like, if you're more concerned about getting the Black Lotus and all that, why not go for those? Because you can get all of that shit. Not all that. It didn't have the duels, but you can get your Black Lotus right there for $20-$30 at this point. And I still, even those I don't consider proxies, you know, like I'm not like, I don't know. It's the name proxies that's throwing me off. Just because, for me, proxies shouldn't be over $1. You know, like it shouldn't cost.
They're fake cards,
Right?
That's all a proxy is. These are official proxies that they're printing.
Can I do a side note to this?
Sure.
Somebody on Wizards staff or whatever they have their people went after my eBay because I put in my eBay thing that I was like, as a bonus, if you spend over $20, I'm giving you a free proxy. And they flagged me, and I have all my new listings. It was right before I left, so I was fucking stressed as shit. But I was going on vacation. Vacation, you have to put on vacation mode because I was gonna be gone. I didn't want to sell anything, and then I can't send it out.
Yep.
So I just put myself off. But there was 20 listings that they just flagged and took off. Like I couldn't even go back and just take out that wording. They just shut them off, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, and then I never said I was
delete them and relist it without the word proxy on there.
Right, but it's not even in like the title. It's in the description. Like
they're going after the proxy people now.
I know. It's like they knew this was coming out.
You.
This was before this even got announced. That's what they're doing. They don't want the proxy stuff.
Yeah,
but it wasn't
the proxy market now.
If you check eBay,
we can print these real cards, but we're not, and you're gonna pay for it. Now, okay, think about this in the long run. If they ever dissolve the reserve list, what do you think if they did something like this for real cards?
What do you mean?
Like if they're like 4 packs for real cards, there's no reserve list.
I think it's in the same boat.
You think it's just going to be $1,000?
No. I'm saying that I wouldn't buy that, whatever it is, unless it was, if they dissolved it.
How much do you think they would charge if they reprinted these cards as real? It'd be way more.
You think so?
I think so.
If they dissolve the reserve list, then they're going to be printing out their ass to make more money.
No, they won't. They'll still keep it very exclusive.
Why?
Because you're seeing it right here.
Right.
These are just fake cards. They're proxies, and they're having you pay $1,000 for them.
If somebody got one of these, if let's say one of our listeners, let's say Renshai went out and, well, let's do our play group. Well, Renshai's in that play group too. I was going to say in real life people. Let's say number 2, or Renshai went out and bought a bunch of these packs, and that's where his dual lands came from. Now this is going back to the other ones.
Right.
Can he play with those? Like, can he make proxies of those?
That's because of price, because of the exclusivity of it. Right. That doesn't mean that
that's not part of our rules. So, but our rules aren't. You can make a proxy of a proxy. If you have a proxy, you can make a proxy.
If you have an expensive proxy, I don't have any problem. This is gray next to it. This is gray ground. Look, the thing is like a reason why we have proxies is to protect expensive cards.
Yeah.
And so if we're saying that is part of the reasons, we should look at it and go, that's an expensive card, whether it's real or not. And I would say you're allowed to make a proxy of an expensive card. But remember, at the beginning of this, I said no. Like right away. And then I was like, well, it is expensive. Like,
yeah. We're getting a lot of chatter here. Even Trombley's jumping in, said Lowery's logic is flawed.
I've heard that, Cole, there. It's hard because they can't acknowledge the secondary market. I've heard that a ton, and I don't know why that would be. I don't know the legalities of why that would be the case.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, just straight up, it's not a legal card. But we can move on. Like,
let's get into the FOMO.
It's a sales tactic for exclusivity. And this is where the FOMO part comes into my mind.
Mm-hmm.
So if you artificially make things harder to get, be it shoes or phones or any, clothing, things that you don't really need, but you're into that like niche in our society, they want to create these really hard to get things. So people talk about it like we are. There's going to be people that pay $1,000 for these 4 packs.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, that's okay, but don't worry about it. Like, if you don't have that kind of money,
You
don't
just
feel like you're getting lost, left out. It's
just
a collector's thing.
Just become a patron, because you can also get these in foil if you wanted, where these are not in foil. So you can get these proxies, right? We're calling them proxies now.
Right.
You just become a patron. If you have that, if you want to spend the same thing, you get the proxies.
Yep. For a lot cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot more
and you're
fun.
Supporting us. Who doesn't want to support us?
Company.
A local.
Are we a company? We're not even a company.
Not yet. No.
We should have started like an LLC or something.
We might have to at some point. I mean,
at some point,
we're making all these proxies.
If Wizards is going after you about proxies on eBay, I'm sure the government's going to come after us about Patreon and stuff like that.
Well, we finally just caught ourselves up from SmithCon this month. This is the first month we did. SmithCon was in June, July, August, September, October. All right, so it took us 4 months to get caught up. We just
way more than that, right?
We just like to spoil you guys. Well,
June,
that's
June, July, August, September, October.
Well, we're only
right. Okay. You're right. 4.5. Yeah, 4. Yeah. Yep.
But I will say we started saving before with Patreon money. Like we did. So it really was like 2 months before that we were saving, and now 4 months after. That's also includes all the giveaways we've done since then, because we did do some Battle Box stuff giveaways.
We bought way too much pizza there.
Yeah. I know we just talked about that, but we had so much pizza. That was insane. But it was awesome. Okay, so FOMO stuff. Let's just kind of get into this. So this is something you don't need to go buy this. Like, this isn't something you need to have.
Right.
You're not missing out. The beta has been there. Revised is another way to get some of these cards. But the fact is like, as with all of Magic stuff, you don't need to go buy it. Let's keep it in the Magic realm for right now, and then you can kind of expand into other things if you want to kind of get into that. But really, unless you're more of a collector part of things and you like doing that, you just really need for the cards for your deck. So don't feel like you have to go out and buy that. And I think that's what Wizards has been doing a lot lately with how for the last few years. We have, what did we just come out with? This past weekend was 40K. We had Infinity, and then like 2 weeks ago was Dominaria, and we've already had some spoils of Brothers War, right? Didn't a couple of those get spoiled? We have a secret lair that is now coming out on the 17th, and then they have a big anniversary secret lair. So there's just like, holy shit, there's so much stuff.
Well, and that's it's something that like the NFL does really well.
Yeah.
Now that you said keep it to Magic, but I'm kicking it out as a different example. I'm sorry. But you're just creating a perpetual cycle of talking about Magic cards and listening to Magic podcasts like the CommanderSmiths and seeing what is going on, what's new, and it's hard to get away from. Like, and there's been a lot of talk about like fatigue, wall fatigue, product fatigue, and it's real.
Yeah.
Like, not everybody's obsessed like me and Adam. Like, that's just, I get it. And even me sometimes when I was, just like, we don't have to, we can do whatever. Don't worry about it.
Are you referring to like me being down here? You're like, hey, we can just take a break. We can just not do stuff.
So high, man.
It's so high right now. I have no idea what's going on. God damn it, Tally. I don't know what the fuck I was gonna say.
Like the thing is like,
oh yeah, I know what I was gonna say. Go ahead.
When it comes to like newer cards, like I get that FOMO part, but like you gotta understand your budget. Like, set things aside. Don't allow marketing tactics to make you feel good or bad or whatever. They've done a good job in standard sets and alternate sets where they have a premium version.
Right.
Don't feel bad that premium version exists. Be happy that there's a full range of prices that you can get to it. Foil, promo art, alt art, foil,
we've had that
fall art, foil. Yeah.
We've had that discussion, so it's just not only like on podcasts.
Recognize where you're at,
right,
and don't allow the markets to dictate how you feel.
one of the best things that happened was them to do the premium versions of cards in every set, because what it did was drop the shit out of the price of the regular cards. Like that was one of the best things that they've done. And I know it gets crazy and there's so many damn versions of every single card, and that gets a little confusing, but really the people that care about that are the only ones that really know. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't care about the versions and all that stuff, then you don't need to even worry yourself about that. The only people that are going to care about that are the people that really care about that. If you get what I'm saying, like there isn't a reason why you need to get upset about any of that stuff.
And let's look at like Cole's example of the 40K decks that just came out. Like they had a all foiled out version, and that was like $600 for the 4 of them.
By the way, Joe got that, and they're all curved.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
But I'm super glad there's a non-foil version.
Right, and that's what
that was still more expensive than normal, but like it's a bunch of new cards. It was like for me, it was totally worth it.
Right.
And
you opened yours, right?
I got it. They haven't showed up yet.
Oh, they haven't. Okay.
No.
Wah, wah, wah.
They haven't shown up for you either.
Oh, that's what I have.
That's a fun joke.
Yeah, that was pretty good. That was pretty good.
I guess it's more just like, I understand that this 30th anniversary collector's edition is not necessarily FOMO for everybody out there, because it's like, well, this is fucking stupid. Like, again, they're proxies and they're expensive and they're going to be really hard to find. So like, you almost don't feel like you're missing out, right? And I've had that feeling towards like, I wasn't going to pay. I'm not willing to pay for the like Godzilla alt arts from Ikoria, because they were just so much more than the regular card. And I was just like, I'm not interested.
Right.
I'm not interested in when it's that big of a price swing for standard cards in my mind. Or, you know, there was a long time where I was just like, I don't feel bad about skipping on basic land secret layers. They're expensive.
How dare you?
And I have bought 2 in the meantime, but I'm much happier with
for you.
No, I'm much happier with buying the standard basic lands that they're doing now. Like that seems more reasonable to me. It's just but I didn't worry about New Capenna. Like if you don't like it, don't worry about skipping out, even if it's expensive, even if it's cheap. Just do what you like, man.
Right. Well, that's the shift
or female.
Gang. That's what I've changed mine to. Instead of people, it's just gang. Yeah. What's up, gang?
What's up, gang?
But
gonna get the police on you, but all right.
What my shift has changed in the last few years is mainly because of Secret Lair. That's really the only thing I spec in. I did one spec that wasn't Secret Lair in the last like 6 months, and that was just because of one of the new decks. I was like, oh, this card might be expensive and whatever. But Secret Lairs are that's been my focus. I either spec on Secret Lairs, and then I buy our battle boxes and buy what cards I want for the toolbox. That's it. It is. I will say there is that urge though. I do want to have, I'm like, oh, I really like that card. I just want it for the collection. I want that special version of this. I will say Unfinity, I've seen Ibukaki's. Oh man, those lands are sexy. You got to see it in person, didn't you?
When I saw it in person, I'm like, holy shit. I didn't even know the special, the Galaxy foils were a thing.
It's
holy shit.
Yeah.
And so I did sit down and I bought the full art, like the cheaper version, full art lands of Galaxy foils.
Yeah, that's my plan to do. I was waiting like a week-ish. Well, I canceled after our last cast, I canceled I have Unfinity collector's box that I kept, but I canceled. I had bought 2 boxes of the draft because I was, I liked the lands. I was like, yeah, lands. But when we did that review of that set, there wasn't anything there, besides the basics and the shocks. So I canceled it. And in my mind, I'm like, I'm canceling this because I'm going to buy the basics I want in the way that I want them and the shocks. Yep. I want to have at least one of every shock. Not necessarily the Galaxy foils. I just want them in the full art, and
those are 150 because they look gorgeous. And I get that, but you don't got to feel bad about it necessarily. There's cheaper versions of shocks that you can get.
Right.
They've done a good job of that. Like if you you needed shocks, sometimes like that's where listening to us is sometimes a good idea, not all the time, but when the secret layer shocks came up, we were like, buy these. If you don't have any shocks, buy these.
That was one
easiest way, cheapest way to get them.
And that's one I just broke even with, and I still have 40 of those shock lands to sell.
Oh, good for you.
And so that was like a for sure one that we were like, get it. And you know, that one's easy. Shocks are easy. When you hit those easy secret layers, it's just, well, what?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's the one you didn't get. Rubbing it in your face. I didn't mean to do that. The Mystic Remora one. That one.
Yep. Nah, I fucked up. That was my fault. I tried, but I lost my card. And I didn't change it in time, and so they canceled it on me.
Son of a...
I did not get my order on that. Womp. So that's one that's probably what actually, because again, over at Hockey's house, I saw his version. He had a foil version. I was like, holy shit, I missed out. So I was on like eBay and TCG, like, can I get this for relatively the same price? And it's all double the price. It's like $60 for, you know,
for the whole
sealed
thing.
up. And I'm just like,
you can get the Mystic Remora for $35.
I could.
And I will give you another, this is another shout out. I guess it's a 2-part shout out to Fast Finance. That was their pick from last week is Mystic Remora. They think that that's going to go to like 70 or something, but
I can see that.
Yeah. So, but you don't have to have it because you have the card. And the thing is with that,
there's
for example,
a cheaper version of it.
And the other thing with that is you don't play with Mystic Remora in your decks necessarily. You might put it in your deck because you don't do it the same way I do, but you put you make proxies. Like you do what I have my binder and it sits in my binder and now I make proxies. And they do sit in my binder and no one else really looks at my binder, but I get when I'm making my decks, I look through, I'm like, I got that version. So I have a collector part that started to build in me when we started doing, actually it's really when Secret Layer started. That's when the collector part came out. Or maybe it was the Mythic Edition. Remember that shit? Oh, that's how we have your sweet poster and your
I do. That one I went in on. I was like, that's kind of worth it. And then they rejected me. And I was like, oh, okay.
Here's a quip.
Here's a quip. Here's half of a quip. It's not even a full quip.
And now number 2 owns that quip. It just
it is. And I signed it and like the marker like inked all over. It was a fucking shit show.
But you did get your little shiny thing, but you is it up anymore or is it?
It's right over here.
Oh yeah, you know that we can see on camera.
Yeah, it's leaning against the wall. It's not hung up or anything. It'd be weird if I hang that right here.
Yeah. just sticking way out.
You guys rather see that anyway?
I don't know. Let's see. I'm trying to see what if I had anything else. Get what you.
That's all I want to say. Control your emotions.
Yeah.
Don't worry about who has what or what you can afford. Just it's a game.
Right.
Enjoy it the way you can.
And that's exactly my last point was get what you like. Refer back to our How You Bling episode. Like, you know, that's my thing right now is get my blinging basics and my blinging commander. And those are that's how I bling. And then the rest of the bling is my proxies that I make. Get what you like. Don't feel like you have to get any of this, you know?
Get a good printer.
Yes.
And
lots of ink.
Lots of ink.
Lots of ink.
I gotta buy ink, by the way.
Oh, you do? I do too. So we'll put an order. I'll put an order. I'm writing it down. Buy ink for us. Okay. All right. Let's move on. Let me get to our bit here.
I would just say
build a better deck. What sucks because I really would like to do this because I just want to hear it.
We know.
Hey, Smith. We're not doing that.
No, we're not. Why would we do that?
I just wanted to do it. All right, let's play this.
Round 1.
Excuse me. I believe you have my stapler.
Fight.
Staple versus.
Okay, so we had Staple versus. And we had, as you can see here, let's go back to that. Rip Apart versus Abrade last week. Mr. Lowery, you had Rip Apart, and I had Abrade. Where do you think that this one shook out, being honest?
Abrade 70-30.
70-30 Abrade. Well, the Discord voted 50-50. That doesn't happen very often.
That's kind of closer than I thought it'd be, but that's...
But then when you compare it to everywhere else, 71% for on YouTube for Abrade, 60% on Twitter for Abrade. You know, the Discord just does its thing. I don't know what the totals were because I just got the totals right before we started. I just know that Abrade won, and if I had a crown right now, I'd wear it. I'll put my second hat on.
No, don't worry about it. I'll wear it for you.
No, get it out of there. Don't do it.
Somebody has to wear a crown.
I got it. I got it. See?
Okay. You look ridiculous.
No, I look pretty sweet. Wait, let's pop this.
You gotta expand the head. Yeah, there we go.
That's what she
said.
said.
Get a bigger head.
That's what she said. I wish she
always.
always.
What? That's weird.
She always says that. You just need a bigger head.
Doesn't this get bigger?
Fuck it. All right. So I'm not doing that. All right. So this week we have, let me
not that.
Get rid of that.
The other thing.
There we go. We have, what do we have on store this week, Larry?
So I'm going to be doing Aqueous Form, and Adam's going to be doing Whispersilk Cloak.
What does Aqueous Form do and cost and all that stuff?
All right. So Form is a blue aura. Enchanted creature can't be blocked, and whenever it attacks, scry 1.
And I have Whispersilk Cloak. So right now this is an artifact, and yours is blue. So we know at least this deck is blue. We don't know if there's any other colors. It's up to you. It could be multiple colors. It could be just blue. But this is a 3 colorless artifact, 3 to get out. It's an equipment. Tap 2 to attach or equip. The equipped creature is unblockable, and equipped creature has Shroud. All right, so what you got?
That should be easy. That should be easy.
I know.
Look,
it should be really easy.
Aqueous Form is 1 mana, and when it attacks, you get to scry 1. So that is like
scrying sucks, dude. We know from temples.
Not
Temples are the worst land, and the Discord and chat can agree with me. Temples are the worst. Like scrying, who scries? Like that doesn't even do anything. It's basically you're unblockable. That's it for 1.
Right. And scry.
And if they kill their creature, which your creature can be targeted at that point. So it's
the big thing. That is true. That is probably the biggest downfall.
So if your creature dies, this goes in your graveyard. Yeah. Whereas somehow if there's a board wipe with Whispersilk Cloak on, it at least goes back onto your side. It doesn't go to the graveyard.
Like another 2.
Sure.
Like, that's a lot of mana.
And the other thing is you got to be picky and choosy with your aura. You got to pick it. You can't like switch it if you have a better creature that comes into play.
Right.
You have to wait and be like, well, this is really what I want to do. Instead, I can have Whispersilk out and be like, well, I'm going to attach it to, this creature that's out right now. It's doing some stuff. I want to protect it. And then later you get the big honcho out. And you're like, well, now I just want to pay 2 and move it over to this guy. Now he's completely covered and unblockable, and you can't even target him or anything. Like it's.
I see what you're saying, but you're doing this like way later. I've already gotten in like 6 attacks by the time you're doing anything.
So you're playing it on turn 1, is what you're saying? You're just playing it on nothing that's out there?
Yeah.
Oh.
Right. What's the problem here? There is a land that is a creature. I forgot the name of it. It wouldn't be able to tap.
No, and it wouldn't be able to attack. It wouldn't be able to.
Or okay, so like turn 2. Turn 2.
So you're putting it on a really weak creature that you're just swinging in 6 damage in, 5 damage in it or something like that, and then
like 4.
Then you're getting to scry, which we all know is a terrible.
It's not a terrible
Cole
mechanic
can agree with
compared to not.
Cole actually
scrying.
agrees with me. Said, yeah, temples are garbage.
Hold on. Would you rather scry or not scry? Because that's what the big difference here is.
Well,
you're not scrying.
Let's add in the rest of it. The difference is Would you rather scry or protect your creature?
Maybe. Because it doesn't protect it against like wrath effects. You still can have it die. Like it's not protected forever. Like
it's protected pretty good.
It's
even protected from yourself.
And in the example that you said, like, oh, you put it on a bad creature. Who's going to kill a bad creature? Nobody wants to kill a bad creature, so who cares?
Yeah, so then you put it on a bad creature, then you attack through, no one's going to kill it. Then you put out a good creature, and I just move it. You put yours on a bad creature, yeah, no one's going to kill it. You play a good creature. How much mana do you
have?
Lots of it. I'm good. Build a better deck, Lowery. Build a better.
Come on. I haven't used Whispersilk Cloak since 15 years ago.
75,000 people would disagree with you on that one.
It's just an old card where they just left it in their decks and didn't change their lists.
Do you know how many decks have are using
Aqueous Form?
Yeah.
Maybe half that, like 30.
Well, that you're right on the nuts, buddy. It is half. Yeah, it's 38,000. That's like almost exactly half there.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
Impressed.
I'm right.
Yeah,
half the whole thing I'm right about.
The one thing. The only positive I have on my notes is cheaper cost to play.
Yeah,
I wrote temple lands are the worst. Scrying is terrible. Doesn't protect.
You know, Shroud is not good, right?
Shroud is fantastic.
It's not good. You can't do anything? Do you know what the biggest drawback of Whispersilk Cloak is?
What?
You can't put Aqueous Form on it then.
Double unblockable, and then gets the garbage scry. Yeah, you can. You do the cloak first, or the form first, and then the cloak second.
That's what makes the form better, because I can do it at any point and then play cloak.
Why the fuck would I? That's the worst play.
I like that. It's Shroud is like hexproof but terrible. So that's
it isn't,
totally
because
stolen.
If the thing, he's taking Ibukaki's thing.
Let's do it.
What Shroud? What it's good is, so you don't mess with your shit. You don't get politicked into killing or doing your own stuff. Like somebody could be whispering in your ear to do something to whatever.
Through a cloak.
I don't know.
Why were they whispering in your ear?
I don't know. They're just doing it. They like.
What are you doing?
They're whispering sweet nothings. I don't know.
I hope it's sexual. Yeah.
I might be getting a buzz off of 2 beers. This is ridiculous because I haven't drank anything.
It's been a full week and a half.
Yeah,
I wish that's how
I'm itching for some
stuff
beer.
works.
I just need more beer.
Look,
well, it's the first. It's weird because it's the first week we haven't taken shots. Well, no, we didn't do any shots last week either. See,
no, we didn't.
Yeah.
No.
God, what's gonna happen? Did you get more Malort?
No.
Okay, I guess I'm doing a pit stop on the way through Chicago.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah. I mean, duh.
Why wouldn't you? It's fresh then, and it's better fresh. I think. So, look, auras have a drawback of like losing it when your creature dies, but I think the workaround, like we talked about earlier, is put it on a worse creature, and you're not going to have to worry about that protection. It's fine. All you're looking for is that scry trigger.
I like my.
What happens if I get
damage.
multiple attacks? Oh, it just gets better and better, and yours is same and same and same.
See, I build decks where my commander does damage and I win games off of it. What do you do?
Do you?
Yeah, Blanca. Come on, Blanca, baby.
Do you have Aqueous Form in there?
No, I have Whispersilk because it would be cheating if I had Aqueous Form in there.
No, you don't have Cloak in there.
For sure.
You don't.
For sure.
Why would you have Cloak in there?
Because they have
You're a lying liar.
For sure. Why? Because then I can't target Blanca.
Why would you? Why would you choose Blanca?
Because I don't know how to make good decks.
I'm going to give it Shroud. This is why Shroud is bad. You can't have it in multiple decks.
I can't have it in Blanca anyway. I can't have yours in Blanca. It's blue.
Right. Oh, now we're scuttling about. That was a bad example because it's not. All right. Name a blue commander you have that you would not want form on.
Blue is bad. That'll make me
I think you
lose.
just
That'll make
lost.
me
You
lose.
just
Sorry.
lost
No,
right
blue's
there.
good. I apologize. Blue is not bad. I like blue. Shit. I shouldn't have said that. I had the win until that point, and then I said that.
No,
and
you
now
just
I'm
lost
son
half
of
the
a-
people. Number two,
Cole.
is not voting for you.
Yeah,
Cole's
it's
not voting for you.
me.
It's-
I'm done.
Alex
But-
was never voting for you.
Oh, I know.
It's fine.
Alex
It's
is your
fine.
attack dog. I've been watching this whole thing. Like anytime anybody says something positive for me, Alex is like, "Rah, rah, rah, no, Lowery. It's because you spent the night at his house the other night. I know what happened there. Some Lort.
I got some summer sausage.
It's
And I was
fall.
gassy the rest of the night. God, I don't know. Summer
It's
sausage fucking makes me fart though. Like it's bad.
Wouldn't it be called fall sausage if you got it in the it's the time of the year, right?
I don't know. I didn't fall on any sausage.
Oh, that was good. That was good, you. All right.
Cry me a river.
Let's end this stuff because we are not going to go 2 hours. And okay, remember again, guys, Sunday we are going to be doing the podcast at 9:00. So check us out there. You guys,
I plan on doing
oh yes,
like switcheroo. I have a
Switcheroo.
package coming in to finish off the.
yeah.
I'm gonna do Jedit Ojanen Mercenary Kitty.
Forest Walk.
That might be like next.
Boo.
Yeah, it's Team Force Walk. Hashtag Team Force Walk. It's gonna
you
be.
just have a
amazing.
posse. You have this little posse of everybody that follows you around.
I don't know why.
You're just lovable and I'm hateable.
That's not true. That's not true. I love you.
Players gotta play. Okay,
All right,
you
so,
guys can vote for
I'll
this.
probably do this Thursday. I'll do Switcheroo on Thursday.
Thursday.
I'll do like four decks. I don't know. Glenn.
Sweet. Oh, see, you're
Other ones.
keeping Glenn because you
It's
liked it
around
so much.
still.
Good,
I don't know.
good. I liked it. It was a good deck.
Now you got me wondering what I'm doing.
Don't worry about it. Yep. Now they're all
Just
doing.
talk. I'll talk in the background.
They're doing Team Forest Walk. Team Forest Walk. Everybody's on Team Forest Walk. Lowery, your butt must hurt because you got a lot
Will
of
and
people.
Mike.
Will and Mike. Are you destroying it or are you?
I think I got some cards for it.
'Cause you said-
Kanata, Glenn.
All right.
That might be it.
All right.
Maybe Calmax. I don't know. I haven't thought that far.
So yeah, check that out on Thursday, potentially around 9:00. 9:00 is normally our start time, just because we have families and all that stuff. So check that out. Also, Stable Versus stuff. Make sure you guys vote on the community tab on YouTube. Check out Discord if you're a part of that, and you can then vote on Twitter as well. All right, so that was a good episode. We know how to do this remote, so
Wow. Way to fucking.
it worked. This worked.
That was a good episode.
It was good, guys. This is good. This is a lot of fun.
Pat the back.
Well, I was exhausted before we got this started, but the energy just comes in. It's
It does.
good. All
I
right.
agree.
All right, guys. We will catch you guys in less than a week. We'll catch you guys on Sunday.
Thanks for listening.
See ya.
Bye.
Saga.
I love boobs, I'm talking tatas. I love boobs, I'm bonkers for honkers. I love boobs, thanks for the memories. I love boobs.
Aqueous Form.
Oh, Whispersilk Cloak. I like how you did that.
You can't just throw that on in the end.
I had a bubble in my throat, so I couldn't jump in on that. You bastard.